everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I have a video that's just going over all of the Bring Back My Bars that are going to be available January 2025. So I really considered not purchasing this early access kit of these Bring Back My Bars. There was just a lot of bars that sounded really floral, and I'm just someone who's really sensitive to the floral scents. So I really considered not purchasing this kit. If you're not aware, consultants can purchase the kit of all 25 bars that are going to be coming back in January early. And I just decided, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it, just because there was quite a few on there that did sound like something I would be interested in. And for the floral ones, if I just don't like them, my mother-in-law, she really loves floral bars, so I'll just gift them to her, or I'll find somebody else that likes them. I'll do something like that. So I did go ahead and order them, and I did get them. I'm not quite sure when this video is actually going to be up. It's about 1:30 in the morning right now, so this is just really the only time that I had to record. So I am going to try to speak just a little bit softer, just because my husband is in the bed. But I wanted to just go ahead and sniff some of these bars with you. I have smelled some of them before, so the ones that I have, had before and warmed, I will kind of give you my reviews on that as well. But at some point, I will also warm all of these bars, and I will put up a warm review, and I will do that as well. I just don't know how long it will take me to try to get through all of these. So if you're not aware of what Bring Back My Bar is, it is just kind of something that Scentsy does and lets customers and consultants go on the website and vote to bring back bars. And these 25 are the winners. Now, I know some of these, our CEO had just kind of chosen some that he wanted to bring back and things like that. But still, these should be 25 favorite bars. Usually Bring Back My Bars are just really popular bars, and for the most part they're favorites. But still, a lot of times there are Bring Back My Bars that just aren't for me, just because of the floral ones. So I do have all the bars out in front of me. I've put them in alphabetical order because I also have a list of the scent descriptions here. So I'm going to be reading them in alphabetical order. So if you need to skip ahead and you're looking for my review on a certain bar, you can find it in alphabetical order. I haven't smelled any of these from this kit or anything. Like I said, I have smelled some of them before. So we're just going to be smelling them together for the first time. And I'm just going to be giving you my first thoughts and my initial reactions to these bars. I'm just a little bit worried about the floral ones. Okay, so the first bar here is Banana Nut Bread. And I can tell you that this is a bar that is in my club. So I am very familiar with this bar. I absolutely love this one. This is just an amazing bar. I've had it in my club for quite some time. This bar, I believe, was kind of one of the first bars that Scentsy kind of created. So the description says that it's right from the oven with ripe bananas, nuts, and spices. And it is, if you love banana bread, you will love this bar. To me, it smells like an authentic type of banana. It smells like the nuts and the spices. The longer that this bar is in your warmers, the more that you can smell the nuts and the spices come out in the air. So the banana is a little bit more prominent when you first put it in your warmers, and then as it sits in the warmers and it starts to warm and it starts to balance and come together, you can really smell more of the nuts and the spices, and I love it. So I have had banana scents in my club before, and I wouldn't say that I just absolutely love banana scents, but this one, because it's a banana bakery, I absolutely love it. So if you like bakery, you like banana, you will love this one. If you love banana nut bread, you will absolutely love this one. It is a fantastic performer. It works great out here in the open concept. So this one's a great one. I definitely recommend this one to anyone that loves bakery or you like banana. Even if you don't typically like banana, it's not an extremely overpowering banana. Now, if you're somebody who just absolutely does not like the smell of banana, then yeah, you might want to skip on this one. But this one's a favorite. It will stay in my club. So I'm happy to see that this one has came back, so that if you are someone that has not been able to experience this bar before, you can give it a try. So like I've said before, these bars are not available right now to customers, but come January 1st, you will be able to purchase them or add them to your club and get them that way. Okay, so the next one here is called Bergamont and Solar Driftwood. Now, I have smelled this bar before. I remember liking it, but I don't really remember much more about it. So it's been a really, really long time since I've smelled this one. The description says, crisp bergamot, mandarin, and dreamy driftwood elevate fragrance to intelligent design. So, I do remember this one. So this one is slightly like masculine, kind of a unisex scent. So it's not really feminine. It does lean more towards masculine, but it's also aquatic. It's watery. It's also a little bit relaxing. It's got a little bit of like a cleanness. I can also smell some citrus to it. This one would be absolutely lovely in bathrooms. Personally, that's probably where I would warm it, but I could also see how someone might would like this one in bed, in their bedroom. This one is really really nice. I really like this one a lot. I'm not quite sure what the performance is. I know I've worn this one before, but I don't remember. Right here, it doesn't smell strong by any means. So I would probably say like a medium. It's very aquatic. So if you are someone who likes watery, clean type scents, I really think you'll like this one. But there is a hint of a citrus type note to this one. There's also leaning towards masculine. If you shy away from masculine bars, you might still be able to do this one because it's not overly masculine. But it's really, really good. I really like this one. I can't wait to warm this one again and see how it performs. Okay, so this next bar here, I am very, very excited for. I have not smelled it before, ever. I honestly do not even know when this bar came out. I signed up in 2017, and I don't remember this being a bar that has came out when I was a consultant, but I mean, I could be wrong. So I really don't know when this bar was originally released. So this one is Berry Tart, and it says it's a medley of sweet berries nestled in buttery pastry topped with caramel. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I absolutely love bakery scents. I absolutely love it when it's fruity and bakery put together. So I just think that this bar right here is going to be amazing. This bar. Oh my goodness. This bar is so good. Okay. Okay, this one is definitely number one so far. I haven't went through many of them, but I still feel like this one's going to be my favorite. This one is so good. This one reminds me of cranberry muffin. I had that in my club and I just removed it. Not this past edit, but the one before. So I've had it in my club for a little bit, and I used to love cranberry muffin, but the more that I kept going back and warming it, it didn't smell the same as it used to, and it was very light. It didn't have performance. And this one smells like it's going to be at least medium, maybe a little bit better. This is so good. Honestly, it reminds me just a hint of rum pum plum. You know how much I love rum pum plum. Rum pum plum is more pastry, I think, and richer. But this one is like a cross of cranberry muffin, more similar to cranberry muffin, and then just a hint of rum pum plum with it. So I can definitely smell that buttery type pastry. You can smell the berries. I would say I would say the berries smell slightly artificial, you know, and sweet, but I still absolutely love this. This is so pretty. This smells delicious. I don't know how this is going to do when it warms, but if it smells like it smells right here, this is going to be going to my club. I'm going to have to add several of these to my club. I'm going to have to stock up on this one. I could see myself warming this one year round. I usually like to mix bakery scents. Sometimes I like to mix cinnamon with them, you know, something with cinnamon. I don't know how this one would be with cinnamon. It smells absolutely perfect the way that it is. So I cannot wait to warm this one and give you my reviews on it. I hope that it's as good as it is right here. That is so good. Okay, if you have warmed this one before, if you remember this one, if you remember when it was out, because like I said, I don't remember this ever. I don't remember when this one originally came out. I don't remember this one ever being available. So if you have personally tried this one, I don't know who voted this one back. Was this one of the ones that Dan chose, or did people vote this one back? Because if you voted this one back, thank you. It's beautiful. Okay, I've got to move on, but I love that one. Okay, so this next one I absolutely love as well. This one, I think this was before we were able to have a club or anything like that. I can't remember when this bar originally came out, but I do remember I stocked up on this one and I loved this bar. I have a few more in my stash still. I might have like 3 or 4 left, but I'm so glad this one's back. Okay, so this is Cherry Clove Chutney. And I have worn this one recently, so I know what this one smells like. The description on this one says, crushed bean cherries, cloves, and cinnamon. Just a simple description, but an absolutely amazing bar. If you like clove and you like cinnamon especially, because you can smell just a hint of the clove when this is warming, but you mostly smell a cherry, cinnamon, beautiful type scent. It's definitely on the rich side. It's definitely more of a fall type bar. There is a lot of cinnamon here. There is also the cherry, but I wouldn't say it's an in-your-face cherry, but it's definitely there. So there's definitely just a hint of a sweetness with the cherry, but this is not like an overly sweet bar. I don't even think that this is really a bakery bar. I feel like this would probably be more of like a spice category type bar. Oh, it's so heavenly. I love this bar so much. This is actually one that I turned into a bakery bar. So this is one that I would mix with churro churro. This is one that I would mix with any kind of a bar that has a pastry note to it or a vanilla note to it. I've mixed this one with vanilla bean buttercream before. So it is a beautiful bar. If you like the smell of cherry and you like the smell of cinnamon, this is a must try. The clove is there, but it's slightly there. So if you don't usually like clove type bars, then I think you would still be okay with this one as long as you like cinnamon. Really good. I am excited to add this one to my club. It is going in my club for sure. I cannot wait to get my old bars out of my stash. I can warm those now and I can stock up again with fresh bars. So the next bar here is Cozy Kitchen. Now, Cozy Kitchen I used to have in my club. I had my club for a really long time. I honestly do not understand why Cozy Kitchen is back. Why is it back? We have so many bars that need to come back. Cozy Kitchen is an absolutely beautiful scent, but we just had it. It was just available for a holiday brick last year. And I think before that, it was available in another type of collection. Maybe it was Scents of the Season at one time, something like that. It has came back a pretty good bit, and we just had it back. So I am kind of upset that this is back. I feel like there should have been something else, you know, so I get it. But if this is your favorite and you didn't add it for some reason, or you haven't got to experience this bar, I'm glad that it's back so that you can add it, but I hope that we don't see it again for a while. Not saying that because I don't like the bar, because I really, really do. I did remove it from my club, but that's only because I had so many other bakery bars that I had to make a decision. and I probably will add it back to my club now that it's here again. But I probably will delete it because I do like having it in these bar form, okay, like the smaller bars, because when it came back as a brick last year in the holiday bricks, I got a couple bricks. So I think I have 2 of these Cozy Kitchen in bricks, and I may put this back in my club just so I can get a couple of these small bars, and then I'll probably delete it again. But it is a beautiful scent. So the description for Cozy Kitchen says, warm up to a blissful batch of warm oats with brown sugar and a spicy cinnamon swirl. So this bar right here definitely smells like oats, in my opinion. I can smell a lot of oats with this one. You can smell it here, but in my opinion, the oat smell comes out a lot more as it's warming. It becomes more prominent that way. Now, there is a smell on the bottom of this bar that I don't really care for on cold. I don't know what that is. There's just a slight smell of something here that I just don't care for. But that goes away when it warms and it's not there anymore, and I really love it. It's beautiful when it warms. It doesn't smell that spicy here, but I feel like as it warms, you can smell the cinnamon just a little bit more. And the longer that this bar sits, in my opinion, like I have some older bars in my stash, they are a little bit more spicy than fresh pours. So this is definitely a bakery category. Like I said, this fresh pour here, I feel like is a little bit lighter on the spices. This is still by no means a really spicy bar, in my opinion, but I'm also used to really spicy bars. There is a good bit of cinnamon, but it's more of a sugary type cinnamon, like it says in the description, with the brown sugar. So if you're okay with more of a sweet type cinnamon and you like bakery, I feel like you would like this one. But just keep in mind, instead of there being like a pastry type note or anything like that with this bar, there is the oats. So think kind of like a sugary brown sugar type oatmeal. That's what it reminds me of. But it is still beautiful. I still love this bar. As far as performance goes, it's about a medium, maybe just a tad bit lighter than that. And the longevity of it, I wouldn't say that it goes 24 hours, especially out in an open concept. Now, if you had just a normal size type kitchen or something like that, I definitely think you could probably get at least 20 hours. You might be able to stretch it for 24 hours. But for me out here, it wouldn't be a scent that I would really warm by itself. I don't think. I would probably mix it with something that's fruity, or I would put it in a few warmers and then have something else going, just because it wouldn't quite be strong enough out here for me, in my opinion. The next one is Cranberry Spice. Now, I don't think I've smelled this one before. I don't even know when this one was available. The description says, a generous blend of cloves and ginger help define the sophistication of tart cranberry. So I'm excited to smell this one. It sounds like something I would like. So it says cloves and ginger and then cranberry. So it definitely sounds like one I would like. Okay, it's not exactly what I was expecting. This definitely is leaning towards a fall scent. It's got a lot of spice. I wasn't expecting that much spice. Like a rich type, strong, spicy. This smells like a really strong bar. But something about this reminds me of something, like from my childhood. Like the old Glade type, back in the day, the cans of spray that we would always have in the bathrooms, like the really, really cheap ones, that smell like super artificial, and like that's what it reminds me of. Like a fall type scent of that had like some cinnamon in it. And I'm not saying that I don't like this, but there's just something about it. It's very heavy. It smells very heavy. It smells very rich. It smells artificial in a way, and it also smells Now, it says it has tart cranberry, but I don't really smell a whole lot of tartness here. Slightly, maybe. And it says it has cloves and ginger. I don't really smell ginger. And I don't really smell a whole lot of clove. So it says cranberry spice. It doesn't mention cinnamon, and that's really what I think I smell more of is cinnamon. Okay. I'm not sure about this one. I'll have to warm this one and see how it performs, what it smells like. I don't know what category this would be. I would assume that this would be in a spice category. In my opinion, if I were to warm this, I probably would mix it with a bakery bar because I feel like it's missing something. But it would be a good fall bar. I don't know. I prefer the bottom a lot more than the top. Hopefully, there's just a waxy type artificial smell with this one. Hopefully that goes away when it warms. So this one, I'm just not sure about. It definitely sounds like a bar that I would absolutely love. So I'm excited to give this one a try. If this is one that you've tried and it changes when it warms, or you've had experience with this bar, definitely let me know what you think of it. Okay, so the next one here is Keyon Pie. And the description for this one says, the mouth-watering blend of coconut and lime. All right, so if you've been watching my videos, you know that coconut and I don't usually get along. Sometimes coconut can give me headaches, and so I just have to be careful with that. But I absolutely love lime, so I have high hopes for this one. I've never smelled this one before. Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay. I really like this one. Okay. There's not a whole lot of coconut in this one. I was expecting way more coconut. I was also expecting it to smell more of like a bakery type bar just because it says Keyon Pie. You really don't smell any kind of like a pie note or anything like that. What I'm smelling is a very like citrus type lime. That's the main thing that I smell. It's very zingy, it's very tangy, it's very citrusy. There's definitely a brightness. It's really, really good. It's a very like refreshing lime. I really like that. Now you can smell some coconut, but it's not strong. I personally love that about it because I was worried about the coconut. If you're someone who is expecting more of like that bakery type coconut, something that you would smell like in a key lime pie, like a creamy coconut, I really don't smell that. Now that could come out when it warms. So, you know, that could change. It does have a smoothness to this bar. I will say that. So the coconut is probably helping give it that. I think personally, I prefer this over Cocoa Lime, which is a spring summer bar that we usually have. And I did have that one in my club and I took it out. So I'm hoping that the Cocoa Lime does come back. But honestly, I really like this one. I think I like it better than Cocoa Lime. I have to see how it warms. This one, in my opinion, to make it smell more of like a key lime pie, like I wish it had that crust type smell with it, like a pie crust. I probably would mix it with something bakery. I don't know what, but I feel like this would be a good one to mix with something bakery. Although, like in the middle of the summer, when you want something that is more cool and refreshing, I could see myself reaching for this type of bar. So this one's a good one. I've never smelled it before, so I really like this one. This one might have to go in my club because it's different. I really like it. Okay, so this next one I'm a little worried about. This one is Lily of the Valley. The description says, very fresh and green, true to the scent of a white lily. Ooh, I'm really nervous to smell this. I really don't want to get a headache. Ooh, that is very, very floral. Okay, but it is it is way prettier than I thought it was going to be. I actually really love this scent, but it's not something that I could warm. That is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful floral. I personally cannot warm a floral like this. That is so pretty. If you love floral, like my mother-in-law, I feel like she will absolutely love this bar. She loves her floral bars, so I really think she'd love this one. If you love floral, this is definitely one that you should try. I can smell just a hint of something sweet, like a sweetness to it, but it smells like a really strong floral. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a really strong bar. Now, it's hard for me to give opinions on florals and how strong they're going to be, just because I'm so sensitive to floral scents like this that they smell strong to me, but somebody who's used to floral scents, they may not think that it's strong. But for me, this is a very strong bar. It is very, very pretty. Like, it makes me want to warm. I am going to warm it to do my reviews, but it makes me want to warm something like this in the spring. So this is just an absolutely gorgeous floral. I mean, I can't stop smelling it, honestly. It is absolutely beautiful, even though it is strong, and I know that it will give me a headache. Like, if I just had this in my warmers and I had it in a space like out here where I'm at a lot during the day, I don't think I would be able to handle it. But I could see putting this like in a bathroom, or maybe in an area that I'm not going to be all the time, and just putting just a sliver of it, like just a little bit of it, and maybe mixing it with something else. I think I could do it. This floral specifically, because it is pretty. Sometimes florals can just be really powdery as well, and I can't do powdery scents. I don't think this one's powdery. It has just a hint of something sweet to it that I feel like is making it balance really good. This is beautiful. Okay. If you like floral, you need this one. It's beautiful. Lucky in Love. Okay, so I know what this bar is. This one has been around before, and I've had it. I think it was before Club, maybe. I think maybe it's came back before. I've never had it in my club, but I have stocked up on this one before and warmed a good bit of it before. So this one is called Lucky in Love. The description says, a sweet bouquet of mandarin, bergamot, and orange with hints of peaches and berries. So this one is definitely, smells very similar to Love Spell by Victoria's Secret. So if you remember that scent from back in the day, I mean, just smelling that scent brings back so many memories for me. That's what this one reminds me of. That's what this one smells like. Yes. So this is just a really pretty scent. It smells like a pretty fruity floral. So a bar like this, I can do way better than a bar like this that's just more floral. This has got the fruitiness type to it. It's really, really a girly floral type scent. It's not one that I will add to my club, but it is one that, you know, I would get a couple bars of in the spring. I might reach for this and grab, you know, one or two of these bars in a, you know, for like this coming up spring and warm those. I wouldn't necessarily warm this bar by itself though. It's not a scent that like I want it to overtake my space here. I just wouldn't. I would put it in my bedroom and let it, you know, be in the bedroom, but out here in the open concept, I don't think I would warm this scent by itself, but that's just me personally. If you're someone who likes these really pretty girly type scents, then, you know, with a hint of fruit to it, then you probably would really love this one. I do think I could, you know, like I could see myself warming this one as like a background scent, and then maybe have something else going in some of my other warmers. But this one's beautiful. I'm glad that this one came back so that if you were a fan of it, you can add it to your club. And I also feel like there's going to be, you know, a lot of people who will love this one, because I know not everyone loves bakery and spice, and we also have spring coming up. So I feel like it's a perfect bar for coming up, definitely. Okay, so this next bar, this next bar, if you have watched my warmer tour video, then you know that I mentioned this bar. I cannot remember exactly where I was in the video when I was talking about this bar, but I was talking about how amazing this bar was when it was available and how I wish it would come back. So I'm really sorry, but my voice is just starting to get, it just does this late at night, and it's just late here, and I'm trying to also be quiet. So I do apologize for my voice. I do have some water over here, so I'm going to try to drink that and keep my voice from sounding so scratchy and hoarse. Okay, so the Mandarin Toffee Treat. Yes, in my warmer tour video, I was talking about this scent. I was talking about how amazing it would be if this scent would come back, because it was just a wonderful scent. And it's back, and I'm so excited. So Mandarin Toffee Treat is just a beautiful scent. The description says, sugared mandarin and sugarcane drizzled with creamy toffee butter. So I don't think this is going to be a scent for everybody, but I personally loved this one when it was available. You definitely, when you smell this, you can smell toffee. So you have to like toffee. This brings back so many memories. I don't have any of this in stock anymore. Like, I warmed all of them. I might have maybe one bar somewhere, but I don't know where it is. This is such a beautiful scent. If you were a fan of spooky but sweet, if you were a fan of like scary good and bars kind of like that, then I feel like you would like this one. There is the mandarin in this one, and you can smell the mandarin just a little bit better as it warms than you can here on cold. But the toffee in this one is absolutely so beautiful. Now, I will say, if you like toffee, then you would love this one. But toffee in bars like this, they have a similarity to caramel. So there is a smell, like when you warm this one, kind of the way like a toasted caramel type smell would smell. So I know there's a lot of customers out there and consultants that don't like that toasted caramel type note. And this one does kind of smell like that, but it's not really caramel, I don't think. I think it's the toffee that's giving off that smell. So it's not really a smokiness. It's like a toasted type note to this one, and I absolutely love it because it mixes absolutely beautiful with the mandarin when it warms, okay? There's also that sugarcane note, like a little bit of a sweetness to it. And the creaminess that brings it all together and balances. I'm telling you, I really love this bar. I remember it being just an absolutely fantastic performer. So I cannot wait to warm this again and let it bring back memories. And hopefully I will love it as much as I did. So yes, it's the orange in this one that I love so much. So spooky but sweet was more like, had like a pumpkin type note to it. Definitely smelled more fall. And this one does have a fall element to it. It does remind me of fall. But I feel like I could warm this one year round because it has more of a orange type toffee note to it. I can't remember, was this one a bakery category? I mean, I'm sure that this one's got to be bakery. I love toffee scents. So I really love this. I'm so glad it's back. Now, if Toffee Butter Crunch would just come back, I believe that was the name of it. I used to have, actually, I don't know, was that one ever in my club? I can't remember, but Toffee Butter Crunch. I have some old bars of it that I've warmed, and I have fallen in love with that bar. So I hope that it comes back one day as well so I can add it to my club. But I'm glad this one's back because it's going in my club for sure. Okay, so this next one here, I am just a little bit concerned about. This is Ode to Opulence. So the description says it has like this sweet aroma of apricots, blood orange, coconut milk, black currant, and spiced vanilla. I'm a little bit worried about the coconut milk, and it's saying spiced vanilla. But let's see. I've never smelled this one before, so I have no idea. Wow. Well, right off the bat, it's strong and very sharp smelling. Wow. This one smells so strong. It's very fruity. but it's a pretty fruity, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do this one. I feel like this one might give me a headache. There is a sharpness to this one. It's very strong. If I do warm this one, it's going to have to be a little less than what I normally would use because I feel like it's going to be strong. And I do like this orange that's in it. There's a pretty good bit of orange that I can smell here. But I don't know if it's the current. It might be the current that I'm not really liking. I don't really smell a whole lot of the coconut, although there is something there that's making this instantly feel like I'm going to get a headache from it. It says spiced vanilla. I'm not quite sure what the spiced part of that would be. I don't really smell anything like that. The apricot. I'm smelling a lot of apricot. I think maybe that's what's giving it a sharpness that I don't like. If I can get past the apricot and I smell the orange, I really like the orange, but I don't think I care for the apricot. I don't know. Okay, this one is just we'll just have to warm it and see. If this is one that you love, if this is one of your favorites, let me know how this one does. Is it really, really strong? I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous about this one. But we'll see. Okay, so this next one here, I'm really excited about. This one is called Orange Clove Pomander. It says ginger, clove, and vanilla make for a spicy, sweet treat. Now, in my club, I have Sweet Orange Pomander. I think that's the name of it. So I was really confused when I first saw this because I was like, what? I didn't realize that this bar existed. Like, I've never smelled this before. The Sweet Orange Pomander, I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. If it's not, I'll correct myself here on the screen. But that one is just like a lot of clove and cinnamon. Like, you don't smell any orange in that one. So I'm curious what this one is because this one says Orange Clove Pomander, but it has ginger, clove, and vanilla. Okay, I like this one. It smells like fall. There's a good bit of ginger, and there's a good bit of clove. I think there's more ginger than clove. But there's still a healthy amount of clove in this. I think you'd have to like clove and ginger to like this one. I think maybe I can smell just a hint of that vanilla. I think the vanilla is trying to help this be a little bit more smooth. I can also smell something that smells just a little smoky on the bottom here. Like, that concerns me just a little bit. I don't usually like smoky type scents. I don't smell it on the top, but on the bottom, I can smell something a little smoky. But I really love that smell of ginger and clove. Like, I really think that my mom would like this one. She doesn't really like smoky scents either, but she loves clove and ginger and scents like that. So I think she would really like this one. I think this one would be an amazing bar to mix if it's not too smoky. I mean, once I warm this and I get to see how it does, I think this would be a beautiful bar to mix, especially in the fall when you want to add a little bit of that ginger and clove to scents. This one's really good. I don't know how strong this one would be. It doesn't smell like overly strong. But if you're somebody who's sensitive to, spice or clove, I could see how maybe it would be strong to you. I don't know. I'm excited to warm this one. I don't smell any orange. Okay, so maybe just barely a hint. For it to be called Orange Clove Pomander. Again, the Sweet Orange Pomander, if that was the name of it, that one also had orange in the name and you couldn't really smell the orange. And in this one, I can't really smell orange. I really don't. If it's, hopefully that comes out when it warms. So if it's there, it's just slightly there. So we'll see how this one does. I'm excited to try that one. So the next bar here is Orange Dreamsicle. I'm excited to smell this one. I think this is going to be one that my husband loves. The description says a classic combination of fresh orange swirled with vanilla cream. Oh, so right off the bat, this one reminds me of Tangerine Creamsicle. Is that the name of the bar that we had this past spring and summer? I don't know if that one's coming back, but okay, so on the bottom, I'm not reminded of that bar quite as much, but when I first sniffed it on the top, that's kind of what I was reminded of, except for Tangerine Creamsicle has a lot more vanilla in it, I think. This one from the bottom, you can smell way more orange. I personally prefer it from the bottom. So fresh orange and vanilla cream. Okay. There is like a sweet cream type vanilla note that I can smell. But like from the bottom, you smell way more orange than that, and that's how I would prefer it. Like I would prefer to smell more orange and less vanilla. But it smells really beautiful. I feel like when this warms, that's going to mix together so pretty. I was kind of worried about the vanilla. Sometimes the vanilla can bother me. Like the Tangerine Creamsicle, I like that one, but it almost gives me a headache, the vanilla that's in that one. So sometimes I have to be careful with vanilla. And unfortunately, Tangerine Creamsicle is one of those bars that I couldn't ever warm a lot of. I could just use a little bit of it and mix it like with some other things, but I couldn't really ever enjoy it because it would give me headaches. But I think I could do this one. This one is so pretty. So that orange is definitely a fresh orange, a bright orange. But there is, the more I smell it, I can smell a lot of that vanilla. Even though there's also a lot of orange, and I feel like it's going to hopefully balance itself out in the warmers. I'm not sure how this one will do, but I do think my husband is going to love this one. It smells like a pretty good medium performer to me. I'm not quite sure how well it's going to do. It smells a little lighter on the top, but when you smell it from here, it definitely smells like a medium or a good average performer. So we'll have to see. So there's that one. I'm excited for that. Okay, so the next one here is called Pixie, and I've never smelled this one before. I'm very excited to smell this one. I'm not quite sure what to think about it with this description. So it says it has a pink pepper, mandarin, heliotrope, deepened by exotic teakwood and vanilla oak. That's just a lot of things in this bar, and I'm not quite sure what to expect. I feel like it's going to be sophisticated just because it has so many scent notes in it, but I'm also kind of concerned. Is this going to smell floral? So this is what it looks like. This one is interesting. This one is pretty. It's not what I was expecting at all. This one is also a little bit lighter than what I was expecting. It's still not a bar for me, I don't think. It's not a bar that I would reach for. But I like it. I can see how this would be a favorite for so many people. This to me smells kind of like a sophisticated type scent that you could just warm anywhere in the house. Bedrooms, you know, out in your living room. Just a beautiful type scent. I'm not quite sure how well it would do in an open concept, so I'll definitely have to warm it and see how that goes. There is a hint of like a floral pretty type note to this one, and that is what I think is going to prevent me from really being able to love this one. But there's also something else about this one that gives off like a cozy, relaxing type vibe. I really don't even know what that is. It's very interesting. I really like this one. I don't know what to make of this one. I can't wait to warm it and really see what it smells like. It does smell a little bit perfumey, in my opinion, a little bit feminine, a little bit sophisticated. I don't know, elegant and pretty. I don't know. This is a really pretty bar without it being super strong. I feel like, you know, if you don't like really, really strong bars, but yet you want something that's pretty, maybe a little bit perfumey, you might really like this one. So I'll have to see. I feel like this would be an absolutely beautiful bedroom scent, even though, like I said, I could see someone warming this anywhere in the house. Okay, so the next one here is called Posy Peach. The description says, fuzzy ripe peach balanced by green tender tendrils of violet leaf in a fragrance that hints at lazy sunny days. Okay, so I'm not usually the biggest fan of peach. Sometimes peach can give off like really weird notes and, you know, not really like it. Okay. There have been a few peach scents that I have loved. For example, there was a scent, I believe at one time, that was called Peach Nectar. I had that in my club for a really long time. My mom and I both really liked it. And then we just got to the point where we really weren't warming it that often. And so I took it out of my club, even though we really did enjoy it. So I do like peach. It just sometimes they are not done that well, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see what this one smells like. Okay, so this one is interesting. I wouldn't say it's a lot of peach. It's got the violet leaf in there, and so it's given it like a floral type peach. This would be a really beautiful spring scent, in my opinion, for the right person. I mean, I feel like you'd have to like peachy type scents. It's not giving off that weird smell that sometimes happen with peach right here. I don't know how it will do when it warms. You know, sometimes peach can smell a little bit like cat pee. It can just have like a really weird sour type smell sometimes. But I'm not smelling that at all here. So it is beautiful. I wouldn't say that this smells like authentic type peach. This smells more of a artificial type peach. I can definitely smell some sort of floral note with this one. So if you like floral scents, it's not overly floral and it's not overly peachy. It's just kind of like right in the middle of that. So I feel like there's going to be maybe a lot of people that will like that about it. If you want something floral and then maybe something just a little bit fruity at the same time. I don't know, this one's interesting. I can't wait to warm this one because typically I don't usually like floral scents, but if you've watched any of my videos or seen my Scentsy Club videos, then you know I have a lot of club bars that are floral mixed with fruity or, you know, floral mixed with something else. So maybe I'll really like this one. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so this next one is Pumpkin Tiramisu. Now, this is a bar I definitely remember. So it says, layer pumpkin with sweet brown sugar and vanilla cream for an autumn twist on a favorite Italian dessert. Now, I remember this bar. I loved this bar. I should have added it to my club, and I didn't, just because at the time I had just so many bakery scents, and it was another pumpkin scent, and I was like, Melissa, how many pumpkin scents do you need? But I should have kept it because this is a unique pumpkin scent, okay? The pods in this scent were absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is a fantastic performer. So it smells so good. This is such a fantastic performing bar. Now, you do kind of have to be okay with a little bit of spice. You have to be okay with a little bit of cinnamon. And that might be why I really like this one. However, the cinnamon in this one is a beautiful, sugary, sweet cinnamon. Oh, it is so pretty. Okay, there is definitely a sweetness to this one. It's definitely bakery. The pumpkin is a little bit different. If you're not usually a big fan of pumpkin type scents, but you like bakery bars, I really think you might be okay with this one, especially if you like sweet, sugary cinnamon scents, because there's a lot of that in this one. It is so good. This is just such a good bar. This one just brings back so many memories. I used to warm this one all the time. I don't know why I didn't add it to my club. I was crazy. This one was fantastic. Okay, so we had a bar that was the Scentspirations. Okay, I might be wrong about this. I will correct myself on the screen if I am. The Scentspirations collection for pumpkin roll. So we had one that was sticky cinnamon, pumpkin sticky cinnamon bun, or there was something that was like pumpkin and cinnamon bun together, or there was one that was like pumpkin and cinnamon rolled together. And I remember talking about that bar and saying, you know, why did they put coconut in it? They had put coconut in that bar, and I was just like, I don't understand why there was coconut in that. I mean, it should just smell like a pumpkin cinnamon roll. Well, this smells like the pumpkin cinnamon roll, in my opinion. This smells way closer to a pumpkin cinnamon roll than that one did, because that one had coconut in it. So if you were a little disappointed in that one and you want one that smells more of like a pumpkin, like just slightly, just a little bit of pumpkin with a cinnamon roll, it's this one. So this one is just so, so good. So just a little bit of pumpkin. It's got the sweet notes in here. It's got that sugary cinnamon, and also has something in there that smells like maybe just a little bit of icing. Oh, so good. I love this one. That one is going to be going in my club. I'm going to do it this time. It's going in my club. I don't care how many pumpkin bars I have. I need that one. I need to stock up on it just a little bit for sure. So the next one here is Sedona Sunset, and I've never smelled this one before. This one says it has desert lily, vanilla orchid, creamy coconut milk, and jasmine. So this one also has a lot going on. I'm a little bit concerned about this one. I hope that it's not going to smell overly floral and not going to smell a lot like coconut. This is what it looks like. I really love the packaging on this one. On the name and the packaging of this one. Wow, this is different. I don't think I've ever smelled anything like this. Okay, so let's see. So the good thing is I don't smell a lot of coconut. If you're hoping for more coconut, I really don't smell much coconut here. However, this one is so different. There is a masculine note to this one, while there's also a prettiness to it. And there's also something in it that smells almost like way far in the distance, like maybe just a hint of either leather or suede. And I love jasmine, so I feel like the jasmine in it, I do like that about it. But I feel like the orchid maybe, or the desert lily, I'm not sure. There's another floral note here that I'm not a huge fan of, but there's also something that's given it like a masculine type element, and I really like that about it. But I think that it's leaning a little bit more pretty than it is masculine, but I don't know how it's going to warm. This is such a unique bar. This one smells very complex to me, like a complex scent, and I feel like it might change when it warms. Strength, I'm not quite sure. I feel like it would. It smells a little bit lighter from the top. Okay, so I'm going to say it probably would be at least medium. I would think that it would be average with all these floral type notes in it. Okay, I'm excited for this one. This is one of the ones I was kind of worried about because of the floral notes, but I think out of all the floral notes ones here, I think I would be able to handle this one just because there's something in this one giving it a little bit of like a masculine note, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so the next one here is Simply Cinnamon. This one, the description just says warm, spicy, classic, rich, purely cinnamon. And it looks like this. Now, you know I love cinnamon, but I was kind of shocked that this one came back, honestly, just because there's so many other bars that need to come back. And, I mean, I don't know, but I love cinnamon. Okay, well, it is cinnamon, but there's something in this that smells like cedar. Is it cedar? I don't know what that is. Something when the first sniff smelled kind of like, you know how cedar cider smells? Like when you first kind of smell cedar cider, there's like a smell in this one that was kind of woodsy. I don't know what that is, but there is a lot of cinnamon in this one. Like I really do love it. I don't really smell the cedar note quite as much, but there was definitely a woodsiness. Okay, is like some woodsiness going to come out with this one? I don't know. This is definitely a deep cinnamon. This is a rich cinnamon. You would have to like cinnamon to warm this one. My mama's going to like this one, I think. And there's definitely like a dry type cinnamon to this one. It definitely has that warmness. It's definitely spicy. There's like a red hot spiciness on the bottom here. This one is really, really good. I think this is going to be a great mixer. I hope that this performs good. I mean, it's a little bit lighter on the top, but there's a lot of cinnamon in the bottom. Like a lot of that red hot cinnamon is right here on the bottom. So I really, really like this one. I don't know how good of a performer it's going to be. It smells like it would be at least average, medium, but it's not like overly strong. But I'm also used to cinnamon. Like I love a lot of cinnamon. So I could see how somebody who just, you're not a fan of cinnamon, or, you know, cinnamon kind of aggravates you the same way that floral aggravates me. I could see how you would think that this is a really strong bar. I can't wait to warm this one. Okay, so this is definitely going to be one that I warm, and then I might try mixing it with something as well, and then give you a review on how it does mixing, because I have so many bars that I like mixing cinnamon type bars with, and this one would be perfect. So this one might have to go in my club. Okay, so the next one is Sizzling Coconut. Now, I'm really worried about this one. I love cinnamon, but coconut and I just do not get along. So the description says tempting mix of cinnamon, coconut milk, and rich vanilla. So not only does it have coconut, it also has vanilla in it. And it has cinnamon, which is so strange. I wouldn't think to pair really coconut and cinnamon together, but this is interesting. So this is what it looks like. I'm not going to be able to do this one. I can already tell you. If it's even stronger on the bottom, no. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this one. This is way too much coconut for me. The coconut that is in this one is the coconut that bothers me. So sometimes a tropical coconut doesn't bother me. Sometimes a fruity coconut doesn't bother me, but there is something about this coconut. It's also in coconut cotton. I cannot do that bar at all. And there was another one. There was another bar that just came back for Bring Back My Bar, I believe. And it was a coconut bar. And I absolutely could not do it. It was just too much coconut. I'll put the name of it here. I can't remember what that bar was, but that coconut reminds me of this one. Even though it's not as strong in this one as that bar, there is the cinnamon in this one that's giving it something else. I just don't think I can do this one. I will warm it, but I'm going to warm a lot less than what I normally would warm. Normally out here in the open concept, I would do 3 cubes. I'll probably start with 1 cube with this one and see how it does. Oh, this is not for me. I'm sorry. If you love coconut, I'm sure that you will love this one. So obviously this one is a favorite because this one was voted back. So I'm sure that people are out there are excited to have this one, and I'm excited for you to have it so that you can add it to your club, but it's just not for me. I don't even think I can mix this. No, I don't think that I can even get through this bar and mix it. I will warm a cube or so and give you my reviews and let you know how strong I think it is, but then I probably will gift the rest of this bar to someone else. So not for me, but I can see how if you love coconut, you would probably like this one. I wouldn't say it's overly strong. I was expecting it to be way stronger. Like the coconut cotton is extremely strong, and the other one that I was talking about from the Bring Back My Bar that recently came back, that one was way stronger than this one, I think. But it's still strong in my opinion, but that might just be because I'm sensitive to coconut and vanilla. You can definitely smell some vanilla mixed in this one. Okay, so let's move on from that one. I'm glad that one's back for everyone who voted for it, but I will not be reordering any more of that one. Okay, so this next one here is Snuggle Up. I'm pretty sure that this one was in my club at some point. I really, really love this one. If it wasn't in my club, then I must have just really stocked up on it because I still have a couple of these bars. So that's Luna. She's woke up from her nap because it is pretty late. So here's my Luna. She just woke up. Hey, baby. You want to say hey? No, you don't want to say hey? Okay, well, she's going to go back and play probably now. Okay, so Luna definitely woke up from her nap. She was sleeping pretty good when I started this video, so you may hear her now. She's probably going to wake up and want to play and want some treats, but I apologize for that if you do hear her running around. Okay, so the next bar here is Snuggle Up, and I do know what Snuggle Up is for sure. I used to have this one in my club. I'm pretty sure if I didn't have it in my club, then I must have just like really stocked up on it because I still have a couple of these in my stash. So if I had it in my club, I just built up some stash and then I took it out. But I love this bar, so I'm so glad that it's back. So now I can kind of replenish my stash. I'm not sure that I'll keep it in my club just because this is a really strong one. Okay, so the description for Snuggle Up says, settle down in cashmere woods, curled up with angel lavender and soothing sage. So it looks like this. It's this really pretty light blue color. I love this bar. The bars that I have, I'm pretty sure they had like a cat on them. It was I can't remember. They were part of like a collection. The Sleeping Z's collection, maybe. I'll have to put that information here. And maybe a picture of what the bar looked like. But anyways, they had like a cat on it. They were a little bit different. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I remember this scent so much. I haven't worn this in a while just because I knew I was getting down to like my last 2 bars or so. Maybe 3 bars. I'm not quite sure how many I have. This one is so strong though. A bar will last me quite a while because I don't have to use much of it. I really love this one. This is a beautiful bedroom scent. This is an absolutely beautiful bathroom scent. It actually works fine out here in the open concept. I do like this one like in January. I do like this one anytime really that I want like a cozy type scent and I just kind of want to relax. But I don't warm it a whole lot out here. But if I do want something kind of cozy, I reach for a bar like this. I also love Fuzzy Blanket, which is in my club. I also have a bar, I believe it's called Forever Flannel, maybe. I think that's the name of it. That one's in my club. I like a bar like that. So sometimes you just want like a cozy type scent. And this one is a fantastic one. This one is probably the strongest out of all of them. So it's very long lasting. It's very strong. It reminds me a lot of Jamie Time. I might I might prefer this one just slightly more than Jamie Time. I still love Jamie Time. And honestly, if I had this in my club, I'm pretty sure that's why I took it out of my club, or that's why I didn't stock up on even more, just because I told myself, well, when I run out of it, you know, I can always use Jamie Time because that one is usually available in the catalog. So they are similar, but I do think I like this one just slightly more. This one is a beautiful laundry type scent as well. Like if you like laundry clean type scents, I would love to see this in the laundry line. I would definitely buy this in whiffs. I would definitely get those and use those like crazy. It does smell slightly feminine. It does have a slight sweetness to it as well. It's just beautiful. I'm so glad this one came back. So very strong, relaxing, calming. If you like your strong scents and you also like clean laundry type scents, and if you're a fan of Jamie Time, I really think you'll love this one. So definitely glad this one's back. I do not have to use much of this one at all when I use it, just a little bit. So love this one. I'm going to probably add this one to my club and keep it for a while. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see how many more of these I absolutely, absolutely love. But if nothing else, I'm definitely going to stock back up on this one. Okay, so this next one I am super excited for. I've never smelled it. It is called Summer Sipping, and it says sun-ripened raspberries and tangy lemons make you wish it were summer. Now, I love berries and lemon together. Normally what I do is mix some of my lemon bars with some of my strawberry bars, or like a fruit type bar. So I'm super excited to smell this one since it's already kind of made that way, and we'll see. This is what it looks like. Oh yes. Okay. So I think the berry tart is my #1 favorite. I think that was the name of it. This one might be my second favorite out of this whole bunch. I really like this one. Oh my gosh. This one has so much lemon. This is so tangy. It's got that zinginess type to it. It's bright. It's refreshing. It smells like raspberry lemonade, in my opinion. This one smells so good. See, this one is what I would reach for, something like this in the summer. And I've always mixed, you know, my strawberry bars with my lemon type bars. Like I have the lemon lime fizz bar in my club, and I also have strawberry bliss in my club, and I have strawberry sweetie in my club. And then if sugared strawberry comes back in the spring summer catalog, all those strawberry type scents I like mixing with lemon lime fizz and lemon sorbet and bars like that. But now I kind of have this one that I could use as well. Like, I love this. This is definitely going to have to go in my club. I really like this one a lot because it's not the strawberry, it's raspberry, so it doesn't smell like strawberry. So if I want a raspberry lemonade, I could reach for this one. But if I also wanted it to have a little bit of a strawberry note to it, I could just add some of my strawberry bar to this one. I could see, though, how there's going to be some people out there who maybe thinks this one smells a little bit artificial, but I really like it. I mean, that lemon in this one is really what I love so much, because there is a tart, sweet type tangy lemon with this one. I don't know how this one's going to warm, though. So right now, I'm absolutely loving this one, but we'll have to see how it warms. I think this one would be absolutely beautiful mixed with bakery. I have so many ideas that I want to try for this one, mixing it with all kinds of bakery. So this one is definitely going in my club for sure. Very, very excited. I don't know who voted this one back, but thank you very much. I love this one a lot. Okay, this next one I'm extremely nervous for. This one is called Taj Mahal. It says, a soft oriental fragrance built on a base of musk and amber with subtle florals. What it looks like. It is a beautiful color. Like, I really like this dark purple color. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. This I cannot do. No, absolutely not. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful, but it's not my kind of bar. This is very, 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 very powdery and strong. Okay, so if you like your powdery bars, this is powdery. It's also that musky type note with it and powdery. Ooh. Very like perfumey, very floral, like in a sophisticated, well, not really sophisticated. What's the right word here? An older, more mature perfume. That's what this reminds me of. Very powdery, like kind of like a heaviness in a way. Like powdery scents to me are just too much. They just give me headaches, and so that's what this reminds me of. Just something that's extremely like a perfume that just has a lot of that musky type powdery notes to it. Very, very sharp. This is a very sharp bar. It's very, very strong. Wow. I'm not sure that I can warm this one. I'm really nervous about this one. Oh, my husband is not going to like this one. I'm probably going to have to just like, you know what? I'm probably going to have to review this one and like warm it in the basement somewhere and then just go down there and smell it and you know, see how it performs, because I don't think this type of scent I can warm up here, because I don't think my husband's going to like it at all. And I just feel like this is definitely going to give me a headache. That powdery scent. Wow, this is the most powdery scent I think I've ever smelled aside from Newborn Nursery. Wow. Okay. So this one also has amber in it, and I've said before that I'm very sensitive to amber. So I feel like between that amber and the powderiness, and it says subtle florals, I can tell you this, nothing about this bar is subtle, in my opinion. Nothing about it's subtle. I don't know how it's going to warm. And I'm just not sure. I could see how this would be a favorite for some people, especially if you like the mature type perfumes like that and you like powdery type scents. I do think that it would be pretty in maybe certain bathrooms or maybe even a bedroom if that's the type of scent that you like. But like, I'm even afraid of really inhaling this scent. Like, it's just too much for me. Okay, so I'm going to move on from it. But this, like, I will warm just a little bit in the basement so that I can give my reviews. But this right here, I'm probably going to give my mother-in-law and see if she likes it, because she likes floral type scents, but I'm not quite sure if she's going to like the powderiness of this one. But there's that one. I mean, it got voted back, so there must be a lot of people out there that like this one. Either that or they like the description of it. So I don't know. I guess I'll see. You guys have to let me know in the comments below. Have you smelled this one? Do you think it's as powdery as I do? Well, I'm concerned for that one. Okay, so this next one here, I used to have in my club. I've definitely smelled it. I didn't really have it in my club for myself. I had it in my club for some customers, and my mother-in-law also really loved it. So this one is called Thunderstorm, and the description says, a very refreshing, sharp, spicy outdoor fragrance like the breeze in a storm. And this is what it looks like. Yep, it's exactly like I remember it. There is a very distinct rose note with this one. So there's a lot of rose with this one, in my opinion, and I can smell it on cold. I can smell it on warm. As it warms, I feel like the floral comes together with the scent, and it is beautiful when it warms, but for me, it's just too much. I can't do it. It's very strong. It's just too much rose. But this is beautiful. My mother-in-law loves this one. I remember that she liked it. So when I hear the name Thunderstorm, I wouldn't necessarily have thought about roses, but when this scent's warming, there is a fresh, clean type scent to this one, like an outside type breezy type cleanness, like after it's just rained, like the roses are wet and everything is clean and fresh and crisp. You can definitely smell that in this bar, which is crazy that they captured that. You just wouldn't necessarily think, why roses? But they don't even mention it in this description. I think at one time maybe they mentioned it in a description somewhere, but there is definitely roses in this bar. Like you can smell it, definite. I can definitely smell it. It's all I can smell when I warm it. But it's pretty. So I stay away from florals typically, but this one is borderline. I almost could do, but it's just also almost too much for me. So I kind of don't really warm this one. Like I said, I had it in my club for a few customers, and my mother-in-law really loved it. So I still have a couple of these in my stash, and I'm just always afraid to reach for it. Like in the spring, I kind of want to warm it, but it's just a little much. It's just a little too strong. I can have this one going with maybe some other scents going, but I just have so many other scents I love that I never really reached for this one. But if you love rose and you love like a crisp, clean type, I don't know how to explain that. Once you smell it, you'll understand like how I'm trying to describe that. But it is pretty. It is a pretty floral. There is definitely a rain or like a green grass type of note also, kind of, that you smell every once in a while when it warms. But this one is a strong one. If you want a powerhouse bar, this is also another one, in my opinion, that is a powerhouse. This is a really good bar if you like scents like that. So I will probably grab a couple of those for my mother-in-law, honestly, or just to have in stock, because that one was a really popular one for me. No, that one won't be going back in my club. So I'm down to the last two bars here. The next one is Woolly Slippers, and it says, slide into a sweet and cozy cloud of sugared lavender, marshmallow, and vanilla. And I have smelled this one before. I absolutely love this scent. I don't think I ever added it to my club, or if I did, I only let it ship like once and then I took it out just because I had too much other stuff, but I was sad to let this one go. So here is Woolly Slippers. This one was in a collection. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a few from that collection that I really liked, and then I just kind of got rid of them over time. So I haven't smelled this one in quite a while. I don't think I have any left of this one in my stash, so I'm excited to smell it again. Yeah, this one is a good one. Okay, so this one is definitely a lot on the sweet side. You don't smell much lavender in this one, so if you usually shy away from lavender, or you don't really like the earthy, really herbally type lavender, then you probably could get away with this one, as long as you like vanilla, marshmallow, and like sweetness. So there's a little bit more lavender on the bottom. When you smell it from up here, you smell mostly the sweetness and the marshmallow. But when this warms, you smell mostly that marshmallow type note. There's definitely a lot of marshmallow. There's definitely a lot of like a vanilla type note with this one. But for some reason, this one doesn't really give me a headache. I do like this one. It is a little bit on the softer side. So I'm not sure how this one will perform out here. I don't think I've ever worn this one in this house out here in the open concept before. I did warm it in my older house that just had like a normal size living room, and it performed fine there. I also liked it in the bedrooms, and I've also warmed it in, bathrooms. So it did perfectly fine in that house, but I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to perform here, because I'm not sure about it in this open concept, but This is more of a bedroom scent anyway. Like I said, with those cozy scents, sometimes I want them out here, but more than likely, if I warm one of these cozy scents, I want it in, you know, I want to warm it in the bathroom or the bedroom. So this one is really, really pretty. I'm not sure if I'm going to add this one to Club. I may just grab a couple just because I think if it came down to choosing between Snuggle Up and this Woolly Slippers, I might have to choose Snuggle Up, even though they're not really the same type of scent. Because this is definitely more of like a sweet marshmallow with just a hint of lavender. I don't know. I just have to warm these and decide. I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I just cannot add a whole bunch of bars to my club. My club is already just big enough. Okay, so the last bar here is called Yuzu Dragon, and it says a burst of fruit that simply sparkles, fresh guava and honeyed nectarine spiked with exotic dragon fruit and yuzu. I'm not quite sure what yuzu is. I think it might be something citrus, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. I also am not the biggest fan of guava. Usually I don't like things that smell like guava. And I know that I've smelled this bar before. I can't remember exactly what it smells like, but I don't think that I cared for this one, but we'll see. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, I don't think I was a fan of this one. I just don't think I'm a big fan of guava. I can smell maybe a hint of nectarine, but it has a lot of guava. So this one is definitely more of a brighter type citrus bar. But you have to like guava. And if you don't like guava, I just don't think you'll like this bar. I'm just one of those, I don't really like the smell of guava. I'll try rewarming this one again, but I just remember it's almost like a bitterness. There's almost like a bitterness to this one that I just don't care for. I can smell a little bit of the nectarine and I can smell the citrus note to it. I just think it's the guava that's holding me back from liking it, because usually I love fruity bars. Usually I love, you know, bright bars like this. Here it smells like it's going to be, you know, medium, average. It doesn't smell super strong, but I can't really remember how this one performed. So I'll definitely warm that one and I will tell you how that one goes as well. Okay, so that was it. That was my first sniffs on the 25 Bring Back My Bars for January 2025. So I definitely have some favorites here. I am most excited about the Berry Tart. That is my #1 fave that I am just love this one. I absolutely cannot wait to put this one in my warmers. I cannot wait. So I'm going to be ordering a lot of this one. I'm going to be mixing this one with a lot of things. So I'm also extremely excited about this Summer Sippin', the lemon and raspberry one. I cannot wait to try that one. And then obviously, you know, some of my other favorites that I already knew were good. Cherry Clove Chutney and the Cozy Kitchen. I know those are wonderful. I also know that Snuggle Up is wonderful. I also know that Banana Nut Bread is wonderful. I'm curious about Cranberry Spice because I'm just something about this one. I don't know. There is just a scent to this one that reminds me of something in my childhood that I didn't really care for. And I think it was just like maybe some of those air freshener, like the cans of air fresheners that smelled kind of like fake type smells that were just too much when you would spray them. That's kind of what this reminds me of. So I don't know. I am curious about this one. The description and everything of this one sounds like something I would love. So I'm curious to warm this one and see. I'm also very curious about the Orange Clove Pomander. It smells like something I would really love. The Simply Cinnamon, I'm excited about that one. The Woolly Slippers, you know, I love that one. I'm excited about that one. The Sedona Sunset, I am pretty confused about. I'm not quite sure what to expect out of this one. It smells really different and interesting. So I'm excited to warm that one. Pumpkin Tiramisu. Okay, this one, oh yes, this one is going in the Scentsy Club pile. That one's definitely going to have to be added to my club. Mandarin Toffee Treat. It's going in the club pile. It's definitely going to have to be added to my club. Keyon Pie. So that's another one that, you know, I didn't know what this one smelled like, but I'm really excited for it, and I think it might go in club. I don't know. It smells very citrusy, very strong. I'm very curious about this one. I'm not sure that I'm going to just like fall in love with this one by itself. What I think that I'm going to love about this one is mixing it with more bakery, because I wish that this one had the crust note. So I'm excited to mix this one. Okay, so if I can, I'm going to do a review with it just the way that it is, and then I will probably try mixing it with something, and if I can find a good mix, this one will be going in club. And then the orange dreamsicle. Like, I really like this one too. I think my husband is really going to love this one. So depending on how this one goes with warming, it may have to go in my club. So the ones that the ones that I know are not for me are Sizzling Coconut. So not for me. And the Taj Mahal. Where is that one? Taj Mahal. Okay. So this Sizzling Coconut and Taj Mahal are the two that in this whole set that I, you know, was just a waste for me, as far as like, I'm not going to use these bars. I will try to give you a review on them, and then that's it. Like, these are just absolutely cannot mix and cannot use these. I just can't. The other ones, Lily of the Valley is another one that, this one is absolutely gorgeous. I'm telling you, this is an absolutely beautiful floral bar. It's just too much for me, but this one is gorgeous, and I might try just taking little slivers of this one and just trying to warm just a little bit, because it is absolutely beautiful. Wow, that one is so pretty. The Ode to Opulence, I'm not sure about this one either. This one smells a little sharp to me. I'm a little worried about that one. I am excited about the Bergamont and Solar Driftwood, so that was another good one. Thunderstorm, I know is not for me, but it is a, you know, it is a beautiful bar. And then the Posy Peach, I'm curious about. I can't wait to warm that one and see how it does. So all in all, you know, because there's also the Lucky in Love and the Pixie, that I know Lucky in Love is beautiful, and Pixie, I mean, it doesn't smell like my kind of bar, but it's pretty. I might could find a good mix for it, possibly. I don't know. But I really like this one as well. So all in all, I'm glad that I purchased this set, and I'm glad that I'm able to warm them all and experience them all, and hopefully I can find some new favorites, even though my Scentsy Club does not need any new favorites added to it. It does not, but there's definitely going to be some bars getting added. So I would love to know down below, did you guys receive the early access Bring Back My Bar kit? Have you guys been smelling them? Have you been warming them? What are your favorites? Are there any like these two for me that are just absolutely no's? I absolutely cannot do it. Were there any that were just absolutely no's for you? So I would love to know which ones you guys plan on adding to your club, and which ones you guys voted for and are so happy that it's back. So definitely let me know down below. I cannot wait to hear what you guys thought about all of these. So I appreciate all of you watching this video today. If you did enjoy the video, I hope that you will consider liking it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will also consider subscribing so that you can see more of my content. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm going to go ahead and record my warmer of the month video for January, and then I'm going to bed after that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.